You know, I love what our buddy Ted Miller down in the newsroom does when he sends those push alerts out to you to get our first alert live stream. It's HOT-tober. Ooh, that sounds good. That's probably a little bit better than what I accidentally was saying this morning. This morning, I combined warm and autumn, and I said wadum. I did it twice, except Ted intentionally sent HOT-tober to you, and I accidentally spat out wadum on TV twice today. It's one of those days, I guess. Anyway, this is First Alert. Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center. Thanks for watching our live stream. Before we get too deep into the forecast, let me give you a little something fun. Let me give you the fall color report. Now, when I show this to you, understand that I didn't collect the data. I'm just passing it on to you. The data comes from explorefall.com, and I think they're one of the better places out there on the internet to get fall foliage information. So explorefall.com is reporting low fall color across central and southern Wisconsin, and in northern Wisconsin, moderate to high color is developing, and that's going to perhaps translate into peak color across the North Woods this weekend. I know leaf peepers see that map and they get all excited, but I want you to temper your excitement because of the weather we are having recently. God bless you, Aisha. I suspect that the fall foliage will not be as good as it could be. We may have dull or delayed fall foliage. Listen, Aisha, that fall foliage report is nothing to sneeze at. Always. Aisha's allergic to either the weather or fall colors, maybe both. We've had some prolonged warm autumn weather, and we've had some recent dry spells. And when that happens, the trees, they can become stressed. And that sometimes does not lead to nice, crisp, vibrant colors. You know, the colors that you'll see online when somebody takes that perfect picture. You may not see that this autumn. I think you'll see fall color, but I am skeptical on how good it's going to be compared to past fall seasons. Again, temper your expectations. But anyway, I wanted to pass along that fall color report. Right now, it is mild. We're in the 50s and 60s. We're at 61 degrees in the Fox Cities, Oconto, Sturgeon Bay, Manitowoc. 55 degrees in Lakewood. We're at 57 in Green Bay and in Sheboygan. We're on our way to a high of 74 this afternoon here in Titletown. We have some sunshine. We've got some high clouds. They'll become a bit more widespread later this morning and into the afternoon. I don't think the sun is going to disappear completely. I think there'll be some times where the sun looks a bit filtered or blurry or milky, whatever your adjective is, go for it. But all in all, a partly sunny day with an east to southeast wind. There's an example. This is a live view from our Appleton sky cam. And Squawky the Seagull is looking at something. What are you looking at? I don't know. It beats me. You can see some of those cirrostratus clouds that are floating overhead, but there's some blue sky there. So, you know, a little bit of some filtered sun. 61 degrees in Appleton. There's our satellite and radar loop. And actually, as you look at the satellite view, from about Appleton west out towards about Prairie du Chien, there's a little hole in that cloud cover. So the skies might still look mostly sunny at times this morning before more of those clouds kind of blend in as we go through the midday and the afternoon. Also take note of the showers that are going, just about gone across Minnesota. The air is pretty dry, and the dry air from upper level high pressure is keeping that rain out of our forecast. And any showers that have survived this morning across Minnesota are really heading due north as opposed to east towards us. I don't see any rain at all for us between now and the end of this week. First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Some high clouds mixing in with the sunshine, partly sunny skies, 1 o'clock this afternoon. Ditto that at 5 p.m. More high cloud cover across Wisconsin tonight, but the forecast looks dry. High temperatures today, the upper 60s along the upper Michigan border and along the Lake Michigan shoreline. Most inland areas will be in the mid and upper 70s, a high of 77 in Wautoma, 75 in Fond du Lac, and a high right at 70 degrees in Lakewood. The wind out of the east and southeast around 5 to 15 miles an hour, and that wind is coming around high pressure, and as it turns to the south, well, that's going to blow in our next weather maker. We've got another surge of warm autumn air. See, that's where twice this morning I combined warm and autumn and made it wadum. More warm, long pause, autumn air. It's going to stay dry through this upcoming weekend. Remember I mentioned high pressure just about a couple seconds ago? Well, it's settling in eastern Canada and in New England, and that clockwise flow around high pressure is going to draw in a south wind tomorrow and into the weekend. In fact, tomorrow, this is not tomorrow, this is Friday. Friday's high temperatures are going to get into the mid-80s away from Lake Michigan. And 88 for a high temperature Friday afternoon in Wapaka. I mean, 65 is average. I mean, we're looking at Friday afternoon's high temperatures to be about 20 to 25 degrees warmer than average for early October. That's pretty balmy stuff. And it's not just Friday, Saturday as well. We'll probably find the mid-80s away from Lake Michigan. So both Friday and Saturday, back-to-back days where our record high temperatures on each day could be tied or broken. So I'm going to grab a little cheat sheet here. Green Bay's record high on Friday. So that would be what? October 3rd. 86 degrees, set back in 2023. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago on Friday, October 3rd. Got up to 86 degrees. Well, guess what? That record that's only 2 years old might get tied or broken, possibly. I think the most likely day to have that record broken would be Saturday. Saturday's record high, that's October 4th, 84 degrees in Green Bay back in 1967. That one's a little bit of a longer standing record high temperature. So record highs possibly tied, possibly broken to wrap up this week. All right, so here's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast with all that warm weather heading our way, despite the fact that it's autumn. Autumn in air quotes. Sunshine, dry, 79 tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then the mid-80s for Friday and Saturday. Breezy over the weekend. South-southwest winds could be gusting over 30 miles an hour at times, especially in the afternoon hours. And then late Sunday night and into Monday morning, a cool front moves through the area. I suspect it'll be moisture-starved. I will put in a chance of some showers. I think the showers will be very hit and miss, maybe more misses than hits, and rainfall totals will probably stay under 1/4 inch. It's something, even though we could probably use a little bit more rainfall than that. So the big thing, though, with that cool front is that our temperatures will come back down. Monday's high 70, and then Tuesday with a partly sunny sky, a more seasonable 66 degrees. And autumn lover fans, you probably will be happy to hear, I think we've got some more 60s just beyond that Super 7-day forecast into Wednesday and Thursday. So at least a handful of days where highs next week could be in the 60s, as opposed to the summertime 80s that we're expecting. All right, a couple of nuggets of knowledge. Today, last farmer's market on Broadway. Partly sunny skies. We go from about 73 degrees at 4 o'clock down to about the mid-60s towards 7 p.m. Last call, get out there and check it out. And then Friday night, we got high school football games. Our Operation Football game of the week is Neenah at Kimberly. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a warm game. I wouldn't be surprised if, the kids are in the student section, making all that noise, wearing T-shirts and shorts. It'll be in the 70s. Warm for October with clear to partly cloudy skies. And that forecast should hold for all the games in Northeast Wisconsin, not just Neenah at Kimberly. And we'll have highlights of all those games across Northeast Wisconsin Friday night under the lights on Action 2 News at 10. All right, that is a QR code. See it? Yeah, that weird looking circle with all the dots and everything. If you take your camera phone and use the camera feature and scan it, there should be a little web link that pops up in your camera viewfinder there. It's going to probably be like in a yellow box. If you click on that, that'll take you to download our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. Free is good, right? And there's lots of great features that will give you the forecast no matter when you want it, no matter where you are. Just tap our app and boom, it's WBAY First Alert Weather. And coming up On Action 2 News at noon, meteorologist Emily Mers is going to give you a forecast update. She will be going through the latest information. I don't think she's going to make too many tweaks to that forecast, but perhaps she will. Anyway, that's the important thing there, is that she'll update your forecast on Action 2 News at noon. And before that, I will be back on TV on Action 2 News mid-morning. And Aisha Morales will also have top news stories, and we'll keep you in the know what's going on across Northeast Wisconsin. All right, so today, to recap, the coolest day of the week, even though our temperatures are still almost 10 degrees above average. We're going to be enjoying some comfortable conditions today with partly sunny skies, and then we warm up to wrap up the week as summer just doesn't want to die. Not quite yet, even though it's now October. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. Have a wonderful day. Make it a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll catch you tomorrow. See you around.